Floss Tube friends, it's Carolyn.
And Mary.
We're the ladies of the attic. And we are here to share with you some of our new things. We have like a little pile. So we moved the camera closer so that you won't see our mess.
And hopefully you'll be able to see everything we show you a little bit closer.
Yeah, and what's kind of fun is we brought some stitching projects, and you know what I did when we get there is I have some really large projects started that it's hard for me to be motivated to dig back into them, but I thought, well, I've seen some of these on other people's floss tubes, and I thought, if you pull it out and show the world, then maybe you'll be more motivated. Right?
We'll find out if that's the secret that works, and I'll bring my big projects next time.
Okay, then you bring your. Yeah,
I've been kind of on a smalls kick. Yeah. I keep trying to say I'm actually going to be stitching on this, and then I go and I turn it and I stitch on my smalls.
Yeah. Because you know that you're going to be able to get something done.
It's the instant gratification of the small.
Yeah. You feel like, oh, I'm doing this. Or there's just more new things that come out. Mm-hmm. Like, just when in January you make your plans for the year, you're like, this is it. These are my plans. I'm sticking to it. And then market comes. Okay. I have new plans. And then
my plans is to stitch all the cute smalls from Market.
Well, you're off to a good start.
I've done quite a few.
Yeah, we're gonna see Mary's cute smalls and cute small finishes, and you're gonna see mine just started, all of them. Well, not all of them, but
first
I did bring some more things. But first, what's new in the store?
Well, we are very, very excited to have the Queen of the May, which is not shipping yet until May 1st, but we have the chart so that we can begin making kits and projects for people. And there's the beautiful Queen of the May, and it's not just Queen of the May. This is the Attic's sampler of the months. It's the sampler of the month from now until we said about the end of June. If you order the Queen of the May, then it will count for what has been the Attic's traditional sampler of the month discount, which is
we do have people who have pre-ordered because we put it in our newsletter. If you have pre-ordered, the charts are available to ship right away.
No, May 1st. The charts are available to ship May 1st.
I apologize. Yes, May 1st. The thread packs, this is the 103 threads. Just get a look at the beauty of those guys.
They are so pretty. They just glow. They're so pretty. And
the flowers around the edge. So I could not help myself. I pulled these out of the drawer. We have thread packs on order. We were able to get our hands on a very, very few. And if you were one of the first few, you'll be getting your threads too. And we also were able to get some Just the Ticket. Oh, we have some.
We do have some. Do you want me to run and get it?
Yes, go get it. So it's stitched on Just the Ticket. And we're getting more Just the Ticket. We have some Just the Ticket. So it's our goal to put together as many kits as we can, because the sampler of the month is if you order all 3 parts. The chart, the threads. Okay, so the threads around the border, while we're waiting for Mary to come back, the threads around the border, the flowers, when the chart came, I sat down with the threads. I'm like, okay, what goes where? I couldn't help myself. So I'm pouring over the chart and I'm taking the threads. So hang on, I want to make sure I get this right, because the flowers in the border are drop dead 2 of my favorite colors. So it's the heart, which is 681, which is this one right here in the very end, very red, one of the prettiest reds, and 060, which is this dusty pink. Okay, so it's this red right here and this dusty pink right here. Oh, could you die? I was so excited. Dude, I sat down with the chart and the threads, and I was just putting the threads on the chart, and I was like, I gotta leave the shop before 7:30. Those night when I leave that late, it's just, by the time we do dinner, that's it. I'm going to bed. So anyway, there's just the ticket, which is the called for linen. Now she's a big girl. Look at this.
So on 36 or 40 count, you do need a half a yard of the linen. And if you're stitching on 46 count, a quarter of yard will work, but you'll have like a 2.5 inch margin on a quarter yard, which is, it's fine. Some people do like to have a bigger margin, but I think it'll work for most all of you who do the 46 count.
Well, because I think if you put your stuff in a frame, you have plenty of
top and bottom. Yes. It's the sides where you're going to have the 2.5 inch.
Yeah, and that's fine because the sides aren't attached to anything, are they? I don't stitch in a frame, but I think so. You'll have plenty at the top and the bottom to put on your frame, and so I will show you some 46 count examples, maybe.
So anyway, if you order 2 parts of the Queen of the May as a sampler of the month from the attic, you will get
the chart and the thread
and the linen. 2 parts will get you 10% off of your 2 parts that you order, and if you order all 3 parts, you get 15% discount, which is a very good price if you buy all 3 parts.
Yeah, totally worth it.
It only counts for silks, not for the DMC, however.
It is what it is.
If you want to have a substitute linen, it would count off of the substitute linen. So for example, if we run out of just the ticket, another linen choice from Tabby Cat. Yeah, we have more coming.
We got some, and I said, it's so beautiful. I emailed Michelle right away. It's so beautiful. We need more. Like send whatever you said. Send it again.
It's very pretty. But another color from Tabby Cat that would also work is Let Them Eat Cake. So here's Let Them Eat Cake, and here's just the ticket. Let Them Eat Cake's got a little bit more color, a little like a hairless gray,
a little more golden.
A little more golden. So
Doesn't matter. They're both equally beautiful.
And if you want a standard linen, then is it Cafe Au Lait?
Cafe Au Lait.
Cafe Au Lait from Zweigart is beautiful.
Cafe Au Lait. It's on order and it's on the way. Last Saturday we were thinking if we had to, what could we use that would be standard linen, and so it was the Cafe Au Lait in 40 count, and 36 and 32 count. It's antique ivory.
Okay.
And so we are putting together, Sherry offered to stitch one of the motifs in the Dalgé, the soie Dalgé, on the Cafe Au Lait, and we'll just see.
We'll show you, and then you'll know. And if that the money is a concern on the hand-dyed linen, because a half a yard of hand-dyed linen is a little costly, then the standard linen, we know we have a good one that will work for you, and that will help you if you're doing a half a yard on the 36, 32, or 40 count.
Yeah.
So we have solutions. We have solutions for everybody.
We have options. We love to have options. Anyway, we're super excited to offer Elizabeth to you. She ticks all my boxes with the pinks.
It's an absolutely beautiful.
Oh, there's no chart. There we go.
And the sampler of the month. And
oh my gosh,
my favorite is all the little animals. The brown, you get a brown deer and a pink deer and little bitty doggies and all kinds of birds. So charming.
And I pulled these out of our drawer, so we were gonna go scrounge through our drawers to see if we could find some more full kits. I don't know that we do, but when we first got the color list, I ran and pulled them out of the drawer. But we have more on order. So have no fear. The threads will be here
eventually. Just like everything.
You know what? I have plenty. I have plenty
to stitch, right? And if you order it, you get the discount even if we're not shipping it for a little while.
Yes. Yeah.
So don't delay.
No, there's always something to stitch, and it's very exciting to order something and know that it's coming. So it is coming. I know that our thread suppliers are working their fingers to the bone to get us our threads. But sometimes you can only do what you can do, right?
Right.
So anyway, but we appreciate them, and they take. Yeah, I did scrounge this out of the drawer, and then I hid it for a week. I didn't want anybody to steal it. I hid it on my desk, which is really easy to do because my desk is piled high with junk. And I just put them in a little container and I hid them on my desk so nobody would steal them.
So that is the Queen of the May.
We love being able to offer a sampler of the month, something that is special just for us, and it's a special for you to be able to get it at a better price, right? Than if you just bought it normal. But when it's over, it's over.
Right.
Like sometimes we get emails from people and that reading a newsletter from 2019, sampler of the month. It's over. It's over. Just so you know, we're not picking on anybody. All right, what's next? Do you know
what is next? We've got quite a few nice things here. One thing we haven't shown yet, and you know that we love our silks here at the attic.
Yes.
We have not mentioned too much the beautiful new silks that we brought back from market from Gloriana.
Yes.
And we still have lots of them.
So let's just do them by color family.
Okay.
This is what's this called?
This is Mesa Blue.
Oh, this is 12 ply, which is my personal favorite. And this is the Luminescence, which is a hand-dyed 103. Where's that linen? Let's put it behind the linen so it stands out. There. Here. And this is, isn't that gorgeous?
This blue has a nice subtle variegation in it. It's almost to a lavender and a gray on top of the blue. It's really lovely.
I have stitched with the Luminescence, the 103. I love how it looks in the linen. And then it's Tudor silk, which is perfect for 56 count stitching. It's really good. Okay, so there's Mesa Blue.
Okay, and then next is Cherry Wood, which is a kind of a very warm red-brown.
Ooh, that is the perfect.
So it's not red. It's not red. If it looks kind of a burgundy or a rust red, it's a brown. It's a very red brown.
Like a brick.
Yeah. Nice, dark, rich color. There, can we see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Beautiful.
Cherry Wood.
Sometimes you're always looking for the perfect brown, like trees, letters, right? And sometimes browns, it's been my experience with the hand dyeds, you either get a golden brown or you get a gray brown. And this is a really
good brown.
Yes.
With some little bit of red in it.
I can see tree trunks.
Tree trunks.
And then the last one is beautiful Dusty Rose.
It's called Cinnabar Light. So this is part of the Cinnabar family. So you know they have Cinnabar from Gloriana. There's Cinnabar Medium, and this is now Cinnabar Light. So if you love Cinnabar and you want to do a tonal something or other, then the Cinnabar Light is necessary for your collection.
I love Cinnabar, all the Cinnabars. I love Cinnabar normal, and then Cinnabar Medium and Cinnabar Light. Very nice.
So, very beautiful.
Yes. So these are our beautiful Glorianas.
And then speaking of tonal things, we have a beautiful little set that we just made up just this week to showcase some legacy linens in a variety of blue grays.
So what I love about these little pieces is they are 12 by 12. That is the perfect ornament cut for patriotic, Christmas, and this is their blue gray family. This is Himalayan Fog. Oh, I'm doing this from memory.
I'm not going to help you at all. I don't.
This one is Druid Blue for sure. I know. Druid Blue.
Is one of them Smoke Signal?
Heron Gray. Oh, Smoke Signal. Heron Gray. And Himalayan Fog.
Okay.
And these are all 38 count. And I will tell you what I love the most about 38 count. 38 count is the ease of seeing of 36 and the coverage of your one strand of thread closer to 40. So I love this. And you can use 103s on 38 count. You can use the Goblins, the Swa Goblins on 38 count. You can use one strand of DMC, all your overdyed cottons, all your overdyed silks, everything is like all purpose.
That's I was going to say all purpose. You can use any thread on it. Maybe surfing would be a little bit fine, but
I think surfing over one.
Sure.
Surfing over one would be perfect, and the Tudor silk over one would be perfect.
But everything else will be gorgeous.
Yeah. So we have these. We have these currently. I think we're offering them for $32 for 4 cuts, 12 by 12. I've been wanting to do this for a longest time. So Brenda came in today. She's like, I can cut linen. I said, ooh, I have a project for you. So that's very exciting. And we have more, speaking of Gobelins.
Oh, yes. We have the Hannah and Emma Foster Gobelins packs for the stitch along.
Go get it. Just got in the 38 count
Irish coffee.
Swiss coffee, Irish cream, whatever. Irish coffee. It took me forever to get that right in my head. So here is sweet little Hannah and Emma. And I think I've already talked about this, but I have 2 infant sisters who passed away as infants, but full-term births. And this is going to be a tribute to the sisters. I call them the sisters. I know, I would have loved sisters. I had brothers, all brothers. Then I had all sons. I love some sisters, some allies in my world. Okay, so there's the sweet, and here's the colors.
They're so bright and jewel-like.
I love that blue, that bright blue for it's in her dress, and it's also on the roof. And they're Gobelins. I can't wait. This is another one. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna stitch it. Okay, now I gotta find it.
Okay.
It's at home. I'll kit it up. All right.
What's next?
Oh, what's next?
Something else that finally came in. We've been waiting for this since market. Some of you all had ordered it. Now it's here at last. This is the Stitcher kit from the Primitive Hair.
We should take it out of the plastic.
Yeah, we should.
We're a little lazy.
There, can you see it?
Oh, there we go.
For Primitive Hair, it's kind of her traditional look of kind of the tonal like sepia tone. That's the word I was looking for.
I like it.
Look, and it comes with the linen to stitch it on, and I think you provide your own DMC. Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And
and it was the Nashville exclusive from the Primitive Hair this year.
It would be beautiful it's on 30 count. So it would also be beautiful if you wanted us to do it in Swarovski. Shinier, a little shinier. Be beautiful. So if you would like that, please ask and then be patient. Can we talk a little bit about that? Let's just do a little bit of housekeeping. So sometimes we get emails and they go like this. Dear Attic Needlework, please
I would like the conversion for this thing.
Some random chart.
This this list of threads.
Yes, these 10 weeks dye works. Please convert these 10 weeks dye works into 103s. Great, we're happy to do it. So we print the email, we run over the weeks wall, and guess what? We have 7 of the weeks colors. So now we're kind of like, well, do we know what it looks like enough? How soon do we have some coming in? So we wait for the 3.
Sometimes we even run home and dig it out of our stash.
Mary has done that. I have done that. We go home, we dig it out of our stash so that the customer doesn't have to wait because we want to make everybody happy. And then bring it back. We start converting it into the 103s. And, we don't have this 103. We don't, the threads are in a constant state of movement.
Yes.
They are constantly coming and going in and out of the shop. So when you ask us to do something that doesn't exist, it's called custom order. It may take longer than 10 days. And if at the end of 10 days you don't have it, please be kind and don't cancel your order. Because chances are Mary's been home digging in her stash trying to find those missing weeks dye works to convert your threads. We want you all to be very happy.
On the other hand, sometimes you ladies will wait for many months for a conversion, and you do understand how busy we are. And it's not that we don't care, it's that sometimes the conversions are very complicated. And if there's a lot of shading, or if there's a lot of kind of ambiguous colors, like DMCs lines of greens do not match up to any line of silk. And some of them are more gray, some of them are more yellow, and you have to look at the green or the blue or whatever it is. A lot of times it's greens that give me trouble. And see how is this used in the chart. So then you have to open up the whole chart. You have to find out all the symbols where a particular color is used and say, well, I don't want to make your animals shade to green. If the DMC is like a green gray, I don't want to give you green animals. So I'm going to try and shade it more to a gray for you in the silk. But then when I look at it with the other places this color is used, is gray going to work? Is she using the same color? Is the designer using the same color for animals and leaves? So you have to find just the right color to hit the sweet spot sometimes. And then you want to make sure that you're going to still get the tones and the values correct when the whole thing is stitched together. Because if the one color converts very easily to its match in the silk, but then another color doesn't, then you have to make sure that those colors are going to play well together, especially if they're shading across a larger motif, or if they're right next to each other, you want to be able to tell there's contrast between two colors. I probably told you way more than what you need to know, but it's
you
really
want to know how to make sausage.
it's really sometimes when there is a chart that's got a lot of tonal variation in it, or it's got 30 colors in it, or whatever, you really have to take apart the entire thing and you're almost redesigning it.
I have the perfect example of that. So for me, DMC 611
Yes.
is impossible. It's so hard
It's that
to
gray
find
brown,
it's
isn't
that.
it?
It's a grayish, greenish, brownish. It's a beautiful color. And it's just one that doesn't always convert. So I have the perfect example of that, what Mary's talking about. So we did a silk conversion to, it's super popular right now.
A daily reminder.
A daily reminder. And so when I did the conversion, there's a color that's used for the letters that go around the edge. I chose for the conversion Clay by Dinky Dye. Where is he? Oh, it's just right here. So this is the color that I chose. It was darker than the color in the chart, but I thought, well, it's one strand of thread. Usually looks a little different than all the threads, twisted up together.
You always say it stitches lighter in the linen.
It always stitches lighter. And I thought, all right, I'm going to do this. But then I started second guessing myself. Like, I'm looking at the picture and I feel like the picture is light. Oh, here. Is this it? I'll put in a picture of the chart so you can see what in the picture. The letters done in the Smyrna crosses look very light. So then I got nervous. I don't think I made the right choice. So then I dug this one out of my stash, which to my eye it's lighter. And then this one is darker. So then I put in one letter in this, and I thought, wow, that's really light. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. So you will see in the corner, see the J? That's in the light, like my second guessing myself. See all the rest of the letters? Those are in the clay. Look how cool the clay looks in the linen.
I actually think in the video, it looks different than in person too. In the video, I can see the distinction of the letters better than I can in real life. Maybe it must be the light, because we are sitting right in front of the window right now and it's daytime. Usually we film at nighttime, but it's daytime. Yeah, today I can see it really well. When you first showed it to me, I couldn't see it. It was ghosting a lot. Now it's not as bad. The light is better. It's nice. This conversion was well done, Carolyn. You did not need to second guess yourself on it.
I was second guessing myself because I also, and I may change I used the color Belsois Sandy Beach for the flowers, but for whatever reason, when I got home to stitch, I had apricot. And at first I was looking at it going, that is so orange compared to the Sandy Beach. So why do we kill ourselves over this stuff?
It's very important.
It's very important that it be right. So I went into my stitching room and I dug out my cottons and I found the peanut brittle, which is the color. And I held this up to the peanut brittle, and the peanut brittle has a little more gold in it. And I thought, oh, I've made a huge mistake. This isn't even going to work. I thought, well, stick it in, see what happens. So I stitched the flowers with, look how pretty those are.
It is really pretty. I like that.
So I'm really happy. I think when I went to go pull my threads to stitch, we were out of the standard each.
Mm-hmm.
So I put in the apricot because it's like, well, close enough. And I'm really happy with it. So
color also is really, really affected by what it's next to.
yeah.
So
And
if
the
your
linen that it's
linen
on.
is a little bit more in one direction or another, then the silk will speak one way or another. It's all about colors are all relative to each other. They're cool and warm relative to each other, more green, more yellow, more red, more blue relative to each other. So
So, and this is not the called for linen. This is the cactus red linen from Fox and Rabbit. And it's the called for linen is a boreal which is more green, by Cedar River.
a lot more
It's
green.
more green. This one's a little more grayish.
Brown, yeah.
Yeah,
It's got more
browny,
brown to it.
brown green. So I have no idea with this color how it would look on the green. You would just have to stitch it and see for yourself what you like. So I'm going to pick out that J, or I may leave it in because that's my husband's initials.
Yeah, that's kind of, I
So
would
maybe
leave it in.
I'll leave it in, and then I'll do my initial in the light color.
Yeah. And it's very subtle, so it'll be
pretty.
nice.
Yeah, I remember as I'm stitching, I'm like, oh, I think I really like this. I did not make a mistake because that's kind of a fear. Like we'll do a conversion, but you hope that it looks the
Hope it
same.
will work out.
Yep, I'm happy. So this is our silk conversion for Do Better. No,
No.
what is it called?
A daily reminder. It's
Doesn't it say Do Better on it?
no. It says. Is it do?
Okay,
good?
now I have to find it. Oh, here.
Be good.
It's
do
right here.
good. Be kind. Something
I
like
got
that.
it. And these are my project bags from Buckleberry Quilts. I love her project bags. I may have way more than I need of her project bags. My husband says, you got another envelope from that, but he can't even say it. That wait, what is it? I said, oh, just give it to me. And I just like hide it in my office. I hate it. I kind of feel, so I just got 2 more spring ones. Anyway. They're my
Carolyn
favorite.
does have the most beautiful project bags.
I love them so much. Anyway, I think this is, here it is. It's the picture. Here's the picture.
Daily reminder. Okay, so does that have the little verse on it? It says, "Be good and do good.
And do good.
Be good and do good."
Or do better. Should say, if you know better, you should do better. That's what my daughter-in-law tells me.
Oh my!
Sometimes these young ones, right?
All right,
Okay,
what's
fine.
next?
What's next?
We've talked about a couple of market things. Let's talk about a few more little market things. So one little market thing that I have to talk about is my
So cute.
Be My Valentine little pillow from Samplers Not Forgotten. And there's my finish of it.
That's adorable, man.
I
Your
love...
finishing is amazing.
Oh, well, thank you.
It's really, really good.
I do my very best. And
I can tell.
I try to live up to people like Vanna, who I have followed her
yeah.
finishing tutorials forever, and Beth here at the Attic's a beautiful finisher as well. But anyway,
That's lovely.
there's my finish of Be My Valentine. We have the
We
kit.
have some kits. Now, what we have is limited. So if you are looking for this or you want this,
Yep, you have to write right away.
speak up quickly.
And it will probably not be here on the second day after the video is posted. Just so you know.
Thank you, by the way.
Yes, we really appreciate it.
We are so grateful. Like, we are so grateful because we get it. There's a million places to buy cross stitch these days. Well, maybe not a million. That's exaggeration. But
there's dozens.
more. There's many places, and we know that we don't have a shopping cart. You cannot well, you can email us at 2 in the morning if you'd like. But we know we are working on that. That is one of our goals. But in the meanwhile, thank you for your emails so much.
Yep.
Keeps Mary busy.
Keeps me busy.
Job security. Okay, what are
We have quite a few
have?
other kits from Samplers Not Forgotten, and I've stitched quite a few of her little pillows that come as complete kits, and everyone I've enjoyed. They have not taken me too long to do. They're small. They come with everything, so you can just pick it up and stitch. She had several this year at Market. Here was another Market release.
I love that one.
Autumn Abundance Kit. That one has a little plaid green and cream check back. So you see it comes with everything. It comes with the thread, the linen, which I think is usually a 36 count. It sometimes comes with a silver charm and the backing fabric. You get everything. So you can just pick it up and stitch. Another one from this year was Be Still My Heart.
Oh, I've seen this one finished.
It is
It's
so pretty.
So pretty.
And it comes with a little mother of pearl button and a little silver heart to put on a little tiny pin. And that cute stripe fabric. I did not buy that one, but now maybe I need to buy that one. And then from previous years, we still have this one, the Posy basket. That might
We
be,
have several. We don't have a lot, so.
yeah.
Oh, look how
that one.
cute that is.
The peony basket.
Oh, I think that's the only one, so hurry
That
up.
one might be the only one of that one.
If you're watching this at 2 in the morning, go ahead and send that email right now.
Violetta,
that's so
Violetta. If you need a purple heart, you could do a whole basket of hearts. I think I've stitched maybe 3 or 4 of her hearts.
Yes, she brought them in, and they're super cute. And we don't have the charts, but maybe you should show them to us anyway. I love that one.
Sweet Finch. And the fabric for that one's gorgeous. It's a green fabric with a florally design on the back. And then this one, the fabric on this one's really rich because you get the blue velvet on the rose bouquet.
That's beautiful.
But you have to be ready to stitch the entire thing on this one, or else sub out your linen for green linen because you get a ivory fabric and you have to stitch the whole thing.
It's full coverage.
Yep, it's full coverage.
I get it.
The band, you make a band and then you put it around the little blue pillow that you make.
Oh, that's
so it's
super
a
cool.
gorgeous little project
Wow.
to do. Oh, we have one more from
one
her.
more.
That this is not a kit, but I thought it fit the
love
kind
it.
of floral theme that she has. This is also from Nashville this year, the 1830s rose basket. I love that whole little set. I think I don't know, I'd maybe turn them all into pillows. I don't know if you're supposed to turn it into a little a twee or needlebook.
Yes.
You could
So
do that,
cute.
or you could turn it into your own thing and just stitch the motifs however you want.
And for November, for our Autumn of Abundance,
Yes.
Kimberly is coming to be one of our teachers in our faculty. I am so excited. I don't know if we've even talked about this at all, have we?
Well, it was announced in the newsletter, but we haven't mentioned it on FlossTube yet. We should say everybody who's going to be here.
I am just like,
We're going to have a wonderful Autumn of Abundance this
I'm
year,
so
which
excited.
is
So our faculty
November,
for
right?
Autumn of Abundance is Kimberly Nugent from Samplers Not Forgotten. Probably one of my favorite. I love her big samplers.
all of her projects. And some of you have asked about a conversion to silk for the Hummingbird's Garden. Yes, we're going to do it.
It's on the list.
It's on the list. It's on the short list.
Do you want to know how a conversion gets on the short list? We say, we want to stitch that in silk. Okay, it's going on the short list.
Okay.
Anyway, and then wait, I brought this.
You brought? Oh, good. I'm glad you brought it. I wanted to see it.
So, our second teacher.
Wait, you're going to be so excited.
I'm so excited. Our second teacher is Teresa Vinette of Shakespeare's Peddler. This is the most favorite thing I have ever started to stitch. I am a great starter. I get points for starting.
That is beautiful. Look
And
at the border.
I love the border. I stitched.
It's so fun.
Okay, so I made a change. These are these big letters. They're charted for like 4 stitches, and I am doing rice stitches. And then there's this big alphabet up here, And those are going to be rice stitches also. And this is a attic needlework conversion. We have it. It's done. And in true Carolyn fashion, I'm stitching and then I just go pull out of my stash if I feel like I want to do something else. So.
What is that gray blue in there? Is that Havana Brown?
Oh, it's Havana Brown.
It's Havana Brown.
Okay. This is one of my most favorite Gloriana colors. It's this
It's that urn right there. I thought, yeah.
So if you
pretty.
would like the Havana Brown, because the Havana Brown is not in the official conversion, but if you would love Havana Brown, which
you probably do,
you need it.
Just ask us to put in a Havana Brown and then just wait for whenever Havana Brown comes back in.
Yes, I love that brand. I love Havana Brown. Anyway, super excited. It made me want to pull out this project. And as I was pressing it, ironing it, I thought, you know what, Carolyn, just get the alphabet done up here. Like, make a goal to just stitch.
Just do the alphabet.
Just do the alphabet. Anyway, and then our third teacher is Mary Cox.
Yeah.
Who is teaching a wonderful class on different counts, stitching on different counts. Kind of, it's something that she put together before Jean passed, and in honor of Jean stitching on really tiny linen. So there's there's 3 different projects, and they're going to be on 3 different counts of linen.
You put all of the counts together to make the final thing.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. She explained it to me. And I believe it's like 37 count and 45 count and 56 count. Or maybe, okay.
Something like that. You get 3 counts
right?
of linen. You'll be stitching.
Like a regular,
You'll be stitching on all 3. You don't choose
yes.
which count you want to do.
No.
Everybody will stitch some
Yes.
on each of the counts, and then it all gets put together in the final project. And
I
then
was
she's
so
stitching
excited.
then she's teaching a bonus class as well.
Yes, she will be teaching a bonus class. She will be teaching a bonus class.
We don't know when yet.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
We decided, but I can't remember. Too much in my brain. Some of it falls out.
Okay.
So we are so excited. That will be in November. I believe it's the 7th to the 9th.
Yeah.
I put it on my calendar. One moment. Let me make sure that I'm not doing it wrong.
I think it's the 2nd weekend in November. Yeah. That
The
sounds right.
7th to the 9th. So registration for that is coming. And we did have summer school registration, and thank you for your registrations. We are currently full, but I do have a waiting list. So go ahead and email, because there's just like threads, they're constantly coming and going.
There's always some people
Yes.
that suddenly can't go. So
Yeah.
it does not hurt to get on the waiting list.
No, it's always my favorite. And the linen, I bought the linen. My very first year I ever went to market was the very first year that this came out.
Okay.
And Teresa had some linen in her room, and I bought it. And I can't even tell you the name of it, but it's a beautiful grayish beige. I love it. Anyway. So excited. I'm so
It's
excited
going to be
about
a
that.
great year of the rest of the events this year. Well, summer symposium was wonderful, but our summer school coming up, the Bristol coming up, and
the
Autumn
Bristol
Abundance.
coming up. Vicky and Roseanne and I did a short video, which will be posted separately from this one. And Vicky pulled the MPI silks for her Bristol project, and there's like 31 of them. They're beautiful. So, anyway, what else do we have?
What else do we have?
Well, linen.
we do have
you
some
have
really
another
pretty
project.
linen. I have another project too.
Okay, what's
Well,
your project?
so I stitched this last year. This is a little freebie from Blackbird Designs. I put it on my Instagram.
Do you
you might
remember
have
where
seen
you
it.
found it? I've never seen it before.
I think it was on their website. Yeah, it's called Souvenir de France. So, my family went to France last year, so I knew that I've always wanted to stitch this, but now I really needed to stitch it. So I stitched it for part of this trip, and then when going to finish it, I thought I definitely want to showcase that new silvery rickrack from Painter's Threads on a cushion like this. And so this is...
It comes beaded with silver thread. Can you guys see?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
Maybe
super
not
close.
really beaded, but it's got those
No,
little
those are
silver
beads.
bumps. No, it's a fiber.
Nuh-uh.
Feel it. Yeah, it's soft.
It is I thought they were I thought they were little tiny beads.
They do give kind of a puffy look like a bead because of how it's woven together. But it's really, really fancy. It would make great Christmas ornaments. It would make great patriotic ornaments, or just to make something really elegant, or however else you want to use it. I suppose you could couch it in on something or use it as a small trim or a frame around something. But
we are ordering more of these in. Do you remember what color
that's Marianne.
Marianne. This is the color.
And the color, I used Gloriana Cabernet or Merlot, one of the wine names, for the thread, and it matched really, really well. So anyway, I wanted to show you that, and I stitched it on. It was a little bit of a pain in the neck to stitch rickrack on, but
you stitched it on?
Yeah, I did.
I was listening to Carol Saltbox Stitcher, and she glues her on with
I mess everything up if I try it with glue. I get glue everywhere.
I get in trouble from Sandy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'll bring something in and I'll say, it's not great. Will you fix it? And she's like, hot glue, Carolyn? You used hot glue on your stitching. I'm like, don't chastise me. I'm a girl.
Sometimes use hot glue if I'm gluing felt on the back of a little mill hill ornament.
Yeah, I think she said she uses alien. But you stitched. So did you stitch at the points, like you tacked at each of the points?
No, it's that's how I would normally do rickrack, but this rickrack's really thin, and so it didn't need to be tacked down at every single point. So it's kind of tacked however I could get my little needle in there, because it was a little bit fussy.
It's beautiful. Beautiful job.
It's really cute, and I love how the rickrack mirrors the little border frame around the design. But anyway, we will have the silvery rickrack in many colors, or if there's a color you want, tell us and we'll order that color. Or if you just want a green or a blue or red, then we'll get those colors. So the Matisse is available. That's that really vibrant red. Good little haul there from Painter's Threads.
I did. We went a little cuckoo in their booth.
Oh, okay. So there's like the silvery blue one I was talking about.
Yeah. Here's this Matisse. This is the Matisse. It's red.
It's a really good red.
Yeah.
Here's kind of
the silvery blue. Purple.
That
this
one's
is like
Riesling.
aubergine. Kirchner. And then...
Oh, and here's the Frida. I was telling them how the Frida is...
No, I think it's because it's got blue.
Yeah, Frida is blue and red together.
It reminded me of patriotic stitching.
So it depends how you trim it. You could trim it so that you only are seeing the red, or you could trim it where there's blue showing if you want to have blue and red in your trim.
Yeah, for sure those were beads.
So they're really fancy. They're $17 a spool, but you get 5.5 yards on the spool, so you get a good big amount.
Yeah. So we are constantly getting more. I could have swore those were beads, but I can see where beads would get heavy.
Yes, and I don't know how. Well, I suppose there could be trim that comes with beads sewn into it. No, surely this exists. A beaded trim. So this is all woven in, but it's really sparkly. So it's fancy.
Love a sparkle.
Yep.
Anyway.
Okay. So we've got
linen.
We've got some great new linen in. So we did get the Just the Ticket, or we got our first set of Just the Ticket for the Queen of the May, but we ordered all of the Just the Ticket that we wanted at the same time, because while you're ordering one color, you want to get them all. So we have a good variety of Just the Ticket in right now in quite a few counts.
There's another box coming tomorrow.
All the colors that we like the best. So Pamplemousse is a pinky.
Look how beautiful that. Oh, that's so pretty. Boy, the lighting is good
today. It's a pinky pink, yes.
The natural light coming from earlier in the day.
That's really, it's good.
We get better color.
There's the
lovely
Pamplemousse. Here's Through the Looking Glass. This is a fabulous light neutral.
Oh.
It's really warm.
It reminds me of a straw flower.
It does, yes.
Are they small pieces? Oh, they're quarters.
Some of them are quarters. We have half yards too. And we have quite a few counts in each color right now.
So if you hold this and this, you can kind of see the pink in it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Then this is the Just the Ticket, but Just the Ticket is reserved for Queen of the May.
No. Oh, yeah.
But the Let Them Eat Cake is not. So if you want to order Let Them Eat Cake, here is Let Them Eat Cake, which is a really, really pretty.
I do know
golden
that
color.
Michelle said she is waiting for more 40 count to arrive to her to finish dyeing more linen. So.
And then a couple other choices are Wood Smoke, which is a
gorgeous. That's a gorgeous
pale green.
Yes, kind of a smoky green. Really pretty.
And then Cornish Mizzle, which is really unique. It's got a blue,
beautiful.
kind of almost a navy in the darkest spots, modeled over a sky blue, pale, very, very pale.
Oh, look
blue.
at that right there. You can really see the navy. Beautiful.
So you could fussy cut it down to your purpose, but it is going towards kind of the blue-white look. So I wouldn't call it too much gray.
No, more blue, like an icy blue.
So those are all
Beautiful.
our beautiful tabby cats that opened up today. We just got them in, opened them up.
And we do have some fiber on whim linens. This is the wheat. This one is 40 count. That would work for the Queen of the May. Oh, it's not big enough. I think it's only a quarter. And then the cream and sugar. I have it in 40 and 46. And this, you can tell, like sometimes different counts dye differently.
Or just the particular batch come out a little different. But the cream and sugar is really pretty.
Really popular too. Just a great light neutral.
And then we have their new colors. Gray Spinel. Smoky Quartz.
I love that one. That's in 46, yeah. And
Dolomite.
Beautiful.
Dolomite's pink.
Very Eastery.
Yep.
Spring.
Very spring colors.
Yes.
All of our colors of linen right now are
Yes.
just springy colors.
We've had our traditional 2 weeks of spring. We're headed into summer. Let's see. And then we got in some super fun. These come from
Our attic souvenirs.
These are our attic souvenirs. And we were out and people say, "What do you have?" It's from the attic. And like, it's coming. So they're here now. And these come from the queen of the floss queen, who's Kathy Ray from Needle and Haystack. And she puts all of these together for us. And we really appreciate when we get a box from her. So that's what we... So look at that. Cute, the Red Keeper.
So if you need an attic souvenir,
right?
Normally, it's just people that come into the shop to get these, or people that ask special. Oh, do you have anything that says attic on it? Yes, we do. But I thought, I don't think we've shown these in a video, at least not recently. So we'll show you some of the special things that we have. A little red ruler. Is that a little 5-inch ruler? 4-inch ruler. And they're all laser engraved with
this one
attic
says,
needlework.
The attic needlework where samplers
rule. Then we have a little needle minder that is a scroll. It's got a little rose on it.
Oh, this is my favorite. This is the cactus, which is very
Arizona.
Yeah.
So it's in the shape of Arizona, and it's got a cactus on it.
Yes.
For being Arizona.
Perfect.
And that can be a little fob. It can go on your keychain. It can go on your project bag.
Have you ever looked at a map of the U.S. and realized that as they got farther west, the states just got bigger and bigger and bigger? Like, who's going to live there? Just make it gigantic.
Let's see. And then we have this little tray. It's like a scissor. It's a scissor tray, or just like a little stitching tray to gather your bits and pieces on. Or it makes a fabulous coaster.
I use this when I go to events, and it's just a place to put my scissors and my needle minder, and they're not roaming around. I love this. I carry one with me at all times. I love it. It's like the best thing I never knew I needed.
And then last but not least, it's a little snap tray.
Yes.
It's the leatherette in our red color with our beautiful little laser engraving on there. And of course, being a snap tray, you can unfold it and it packs flat so that you can take it with you. Also, so that when we're shipping it to you, it packs flat.
Yep.
Very easy.
Yeah, we send it flat.
Yeah.
So
that
anyway, if you're looking for a souvenir
we've got some
from
nice
the
ones.
attic, here we are in our signature red.
And then some other little notions that we have. Nobody knew we brought these back from Market, but they are really beautiful. The scissorist had these scissors at Market. They're called the North Coast scissor. Look at the beautiful teal blue leather case they come in. So you can see this is a little bit larger than an embroidery scissor. Of course, you can use them as an embroidery scissor, but if you need something a little bit bigger for cutting a fabric, look at the action on that.
Wow, that's
They're
lovely.
really, really nice scissors.
Yeah, they're $77.
And here's the little tip protector. And scissors are made here in the United States. So
No tariffs.
and we have them here. So
Yes.
So if you need a little bit bigger scissor, if you'd like to have a little bit bigger pair.
Oh, this is nice so that they don't.
Yes, it snaps so that your sheath doesn't fall off your scissors. That happens in my project bag all the time when I just have the little tip.
Yeah. Oh.
Either I stick my scissors in too hard and then the point comes out out and makes a little point on the end, or it falls off in the jumbling around of things.
Yes.
So I really like the snap on the leather sheath. Oops, I'm opening the wrong end. And then we still do have the scissors that we always called Jean's favorite, and these are the Scissorist's close cut scissors. And you can see they have the little tiny curve up at the end, so that when you're snipping off your thread on the back of your piece, you can get right to the end. And these ones, and they've got a very sharp, fine point. I'm trying to put it there. Can you see that? Yeah, we'll show it on here. And they've opened very small. They're
nice.
very delicate. They're a very nice size. They're very, they've got kind of a utilitarian but also graceful look to them. And then these ones are really good value, I think, at $42
Oh,
for
super
a
value.
very good quality scissor. They're not too expensive.
Yeah. Do you have any more stitching?
I have one other little thing that I can show you. This is another little small, like, squirrel project where I was like, I just want to stitch something little, something that'll be done quickly. This is from Erica Michaels' Nashville release. It's called Feather Beds. There's the chart.
Strawberry. You're stitching the strawberry.
I'm stitching the strawberry. I don't know if I'll stitch the rectangle piece. I just really loved that strawberry with the coverlet look to it. So there it is. It's 3 colors. I don't know what colors they are. Anyway,
did you use the called for?
I did use the called for. So
well, the
baked
called
apple,
for are
collards, and gunmetal. Right there. And it says deep sea, but I don't. I maybe used.
Maybe you're not there yet.
I maybe am not there. Or maybe I used gunmetal instead of deep sea. It might be the one little bird on the side is supposed to be blue, and I did in black instead. Oops. Well, anyway. Yeah, I'm really liking this. It's very repetitive, so I only need to use the chart one time to stitch a motif, and then as long as I stitched it correctly, I can just stitch off my stitching. Well, I didn't stitch one of the birds correctly, and I had to pick out 2 birds.
And then this is my other big start, like that I need to get done someday.
Oh, that's
but
beautiful.
it keeps popping up on FlossTube, and those of you who are working on it on FlossTube make me want to go get mine and pull it out. So this is my Manrack Quaker Hill.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, I have just about the border all the way done. I just need to finish. I have all the vine in. I just need to finish those 2 little flowers there at the bottom, and my border. I'm pretty sure my border is done. And then I just
That's
have
just
to.
gorgeous.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Who's the designer?
The designer is Brenda Gervais with Tiny Linen Thread. My poor little picture. It must have been in one of those vinyl
Did it get torn up?
because my little picture. My
ink
poor
pulled
little picture.
It's all
Anyway.
antiqued and distressed.
Yes, just like me. Yeah, so I'm
Some
gonna
people pay extra money for the distressing.
right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to finish, I think down, it's this corner down here. I'm going to finish this little thing, then I can get the birds done, and then I can start on the grass.
Yeah.
And the grass will be easy because
It's very beautiful, Carol.
yeah, I'm going to a retreat in May, and I would love to get it to the point where I could just stitch grass.
So another thing that we got in this very week are some beautiful new Hardwick Manor hoops, and we have them in all the popular sizes, and they're all stuck together because we just dropped them on the table. So we've got the thicker ones, and we've got the medium-sized ones, and then do we have a thin one there? Oh,
Well, not a round one.
not a round one.
I ordered the thick and the medium ones because they seem to be the most popular.
And we have the tape for wrapping
Yes.
the hoops with if you like to
Yes.
wrap your hoop. Actually, wrapping your hoop is a really good idea because you wrap it one time and then it gives you that much more grip and it protects your linen and it allows you to get a good drum tight hooping experience. So if you need some tape to go with your hoop, we've got your tape. And then we have these fun shapes of hoops, all of which I really like these ones.
This is called, it's 7.5 wide by 5.5 tall, and it's like a square oval.
Yeah.
I think it's a super cool size, and you get extra stitching space.
It's really, I have one of those, and it's a really useful size and shape because, you know, if it was round, then you just have to say, oh, I'm over here in this edge. I gotta move over a little bit just to get that edge. But on this shape, I feel like you have a little bit more space to work.
Yes.
Yeah.
And has anybody noticed who owns these? Do you see the numbers? Here.
Yes, they have a little mark on them to keep you oriented.
Right, so you can get the circle in the same way.
Yeah.
Twice.
Now the thing is, though, if you do wrap it, you will want to put some kind of little mark on it.
Maybe
so that
just like a little stitch.
You could put a little stitch in to remind yourself.
You wouldn't mark it with a marker because.
No, I wouldn't mark it with a marker.
And then we have this.
That's the square round.
Square round, which I think is another super useful size. And then we have this oval.
And I just
is
like
a 9
oval
by
hoops.
5.
I think they're just pretty.
You do. You're stitching your Dorcas on an oval hoop.
Yes, I'm using.
The nice thing about an oval hoop, if you're working on a border,
yes,
you have quite a bit of workspace.
and you can keep it really close to you because if you had a hoop that was round that was that wide, you'd be having this thing, and your stitching would happen up here instead of really close to you, and that's why I like an oval.
Yeah.
So what size is that one? Is that the 9-inch?
This is the 9 by 5.
Okay.
I think there's one smaller
Yes, you're
than
right.
this,
Did we
which
get
I
the
would
smaller
probably.
one? No, we didn't get the smaller one this time. But we have the 9 by 5, and that has been on back order since last fall.
Yes.
So if you've been waiting to get a 9 by 5, then now is the time to order one from us. Because we got a good little supply of them.
It's not very heavy either.
No,
Not at all.
and they're really, really good quality.
Do you use a screw to get it tight?
I just use my fingers, but I can understand maybe someone doesn't have the same dexterity to get it as tight as you want. So yeah, you could use a little screwdriver. It's got the little the little slot to tighten or loosen it with a screwdriver if you wish.
Cool. I think we did it.
That's it. I think we talked about
covered
everything
the
that was
table.
on the table.
Yes,
So
we did. Thank you all for being here today. We're so happy to be done before 7 o'clock. Yep.
all right.
Yeah,
Well,
this is good. We'll get to go home and have dinner at some time.
well, you'll go home and have dinner. I am preparing for an evening of driving people to baseball.
Oh, yeah, it's baseball season.
We've got 3 games tonight and a jazz concert.
Wow. That's like a second job.
It is definitely a second job.
Yeah.
Except no one pays me for it. Except that I get to watch a lot of baseball, and that's
Blessings. You get paid and blessed.
fun. Yes.
Lots of
Quality
blessings.
time in the car.
Quality time in the car with
Stop
the kids.
fussing. You want to go get ice cream.
Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you
Bye.
for being here. We're so glad to share our day together. See you.